Mogullone Monster is a type of Bigfoot originated from Mogullone Rim, Arizona. Reports of footprints, video, and hair samples have been documented, but no conclusive evidence has been found to date. The Mogullone Monster is reported to be a bipedal humanoid over 7 feet tall with inhuman strength and large eyes that some claim to be wild and red. Its body is said to be covered with long black or reddish-brown hair, with the exclusion of the chest, face, hands, and feet. Reports claim it has a strong and pungent odor described as that of dead fish, a skunk with bad body odor, decaying peat moss, and the musk of a snapping turtle. It's said that the creature is omnivorous, nocturnal, and very violent. It is generally reported to walk with wide, inhuman strides, leave behind footprints measuring 22 inches in length. It was said to produce whistle sounds or scream and explore campsites during the night. It is also believed to consume deer and other wildlife by decapitating them. Farther south is Tombstone, an 1800s boomtown that was the location of the famous gunfight at the OK Corral between the Clanton Gang and the Lawmen, Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan Earp, and Doc Holliday. Tombstone was also once known as a dragon. According to Mysteries and Miracles of Arizona, by Jack Cutts, 2 cowboys rode into Tombstone on June 7, 1890 with the skin of what they claimed to be a giant flying lizard they'd killed outside town. The cowboys chased the beast on horseback before shooting and killing it. The dragon measured 92 feet long with an 80-foot wingspan, an 8-foot-long head, and eyes the size of dinner plates, the cowboys claimed. The battle was captured in the April 26, 1890 Tombstone Epitaph newspaper. Werewolves, in various forms, have existed in many cultures across the world. From the medieval European werewolf that dominates horror movies to American Indian skinwalkers, the image of a man changing into a beast has terrified people for centuries. But, sitting safely in a cozy house, watching television, the werewolf stalking the night is nothing but legend. For a group of teenagers in Tempe, Arizona, that idea is dead wrong. From a 2009 interview. The glow of city lights bathed the Arizona night in gray as 4 teenagers walked onto the Shalimar golf course in Tempe. Carl Davis, now an adult, was in high school when he and his friends, bored with their weekly Bible study meeting, walked outside, and onto the course. "My girlfriend says something like, 'Hey, something just jumped out of that palm tree,'" Davis said. The trees were approximately 35 feet tall, so the other teens laughed and resumed their conversation. A few seconds later she lets out a blood-curdling scream, "Just pure shock terror," Davis said. As Davis turned toward his girlfriend, he saw something he couldn't believe. "I look in the direction and there's a creature lumbering along the wall towards us," Davis said. "It was as tall as me, 6 foot, hunched over, huge snout like a werewolf. The beast, blacker than the night surrounding it, lunged toward the teens and they ran. It was chasing after us," Davis said. "It was running along the wall toward me and I just turned and ran. I didn't think to look back." The teens never saw the thing again, although something about the encounter still confuses Davis. "It was in the middle of town," he said. "That's what always gets me about that thing. Not out in the woods or at a secluded cabin, but in Tempe, Arizona. Gigantic human remains, sometimes with red hair, have been reported across America, many of them in the desert Southwest. A giant human skull was once found in a cliff dwelling south of Winslow, Arizona, according to the Complete Guide to Mysterious Beings, by the great paranormal investigator John Keel. It was so big that a size 7E Stetson was placed on it and looked like one of those tiny hats merrymakers wear on New Year's. The skull also had a gold tooth. Workers reportedly discovered a huge stone coffin in Fort Crittenden, Arizona, in 1891. The coffin held a skeleton that measured 12 feet tall and had 12 toes. A man named Samuel Hubbard is said to have found the mummified bodies of 2 giant humans, 15 to 18 feet tall, in a cave in the Grand Canyon in 1923. This is 14 years after the Phoenix Gazette published the account of explorer G.E. Kincaid, who said he discovered a cave in the canyon filled with Egyptian artifacts, including mummies.